I'm not supposed to chew gum on camera.
Why?
I don't know. It's just what I've been told. People send me messages and say, you really need to stop chewing gum. What are you laughing at, Keegan? We're going to another house. It's a house that I think I'm gonna buy for not a lot of money.
How much?
Maybe $1,000. It's a house that I've had my eye on for a long time that I really like. It's gonna help accentuate another one of my properties because it's fronts the entrance of one of my properties. The reason I'm getting it for $1,000 is because I am more or less creating what's called a color of title. It's not gonna be a clean title. I'm pretty much getting a signature of one, maybe two of a total of 4 siblings. And I'm paying them a very small dollar amount to get their signature because this property was within the estate. I think the parents, the family had passed away without a will. It makes it really hard to sell the house, what you would say like as is. In most situations, you think that would be very easily, but I mean, all families have different dynamics. Maybe some of the siblings don't talk to their other siblings or they're mad at them or whatever. In this situation, my understanding is that some of the siblings lived in the house, were paying the property taxes, taking care of it, and then there was some brothers or something that thought they were due part ownership, but they weren't doing anything as far as taking care of it or paying the property taxes and all that good stuff. So it has some back taxes that are due on the property, and so it's just a messy situation. There's a lot of things I'm having to deal with. We're fixing to pull up to it, so you're going to see that it's pretty rough. I mean, it's got part of the roof falling in. It's grown up all around it. It's had a tree that's fallen and landed on it. You can tell that maybe there's been some people in and out of it trying to live in it without running water, electricity, so that's never a good thing. I have issues with fleas, and unfortunately all these old houses seem to have fleas in them, so I'm really nervous. I can go into a house and there can be someone next to me and the fleas won't bother them at all, and I can look down and I can have like 100 of them on. Structurally, the original main house, from my understanding, is very, very sound, and that's evident from the exterior because it's what we call nowadays like an old center block. The center blocks I think are like 8 inches tall, and they're like 12, maybe 16 inches long. These are older stones they're not a brick, but you'll see in a second, they're probably 4 inches by maybe 12 inches. It makes it for a really strong house structurally, but it just creates a lot of condensation issues because your exterior wall is kind of the same as your interior wall. So if we go in and remodel this thing, we would probably go in and put in some 2x and get it spray foamed with some Closel so we could create that water vapor barrier. But yeah, we're here, so we'll step out, take a look at it, and I'll give you guys some more details about it. But again, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm a real estate investor. You guys have seen previously, if you go back and look at some of our other episodes, we're doing a lot of episodes on the tiny home community. So go check that out. We got a lot of other projects we've done here in Denison. So again, my name is Justin Briscoe, real estate investor here in Denison. If you're enjoying these videos, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. Okay, let's go check it out.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, he says.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down, 'cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise.
Ready? Hopefully we can keep the fleas off of us, but we'll see. I hate the smell of this stuff. It makes me stink. But luckily I'm taking a shower tonight, huh? You would think I was breaking in. And under normal circumstances, I could see this being confused as breaking in. But I've been in communication with the owner, and they've given me permission. So this is part of the addition that they've added. All this, and you can tell, I mean, they did a pretty crappy job just getting the siding up. That's just not great for exterior, especially if you don't paint it. It's just sitting here warping. But you can see this concrete right here. This is part of the original front porch, I believe. It looks like it had a real big 10, 12 foot front porch. Should have worn my boots.
Yeah.
Dang it. That's the back door right there. That's a hackberry tree. It split down the middle there, and you can see where it took down part of the house.
Oh, that just came off, Dad. Now.
Hello. After a lot of effort, we're able to get in there through this old window. So again, I have the owner's permission, so it's not like we're breaking in, and I got it in writing through a text, so we're good to go. Spoke to the neighbor earlier. Y'all met Sherry there for a second. Probably won't show her face on camera just for privacy. She probably would have been fine with it, but she just kind of, I just tell she probably didn't want to be on camera. So you get a little bit of audio with us talking to her. But yeah, I'm gonna go in, go unlock the front door, and y'all see me come through the other side, right?
Yeah.
Make it a little boo-boo?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That was too easy. Okay, come on in, guys. So I've been in this house once before. I think it was last summer. But where we're at right now, let's turn the flashlight on. Hopefully I got enough camera left. Let's go through. Like I said, this is the front porch area. We probably end up taking all this out and turning it back into a front porch again. And then this is part of the original house. Someone had put down some new plywood. I've been told that by the owner and a couple of the neighbors. So I'm sure they're covering up a mess. But like I said before, the outside's that center block. So I'm very interested to see how these walls are constructed as far as center block, and then did they actually put in the 2x4 wall, which would be huge. We just maintain that, and like I said, probably take all the sheetrock off, come through, run new electric, run new plumbing. But as I'm walking across the floor, I mean, I can just tell it needs some foundation work. The exterior parameter looks really good, so it just could be the floor joists and maybe some of the supports. But something this major, this is what I've said before, this is why I really don't do a lot of remodels like I used to, but this one is a little more meaningful because it's close to one of my properties and I want it to look really good. And so we'd probably come in and do this one legit. But let's go through the kitchen through here. We're gonna be careful with this ceiling because you can tell it's starting to come through. This is that back door earlier that we're gonna try to get into, but that wouldn't have worked because it's definitely locked. It looks like the ceilings are actually way taller than what we're seeing. They probably did like a drop ceiling, which honestly I'd probably open those back up and take it back up to what I'm imagining being like a 10 foot, maybe 12 foot, but probably 10 foot. So as we come over here, this is, to me, I think this is the original exterior wall, part of the original structure. Someone's been sleeping in here, and that's why they've got the place nice and secure. And when we leave, we'll make sure and lock the door behind us. But this is part of the front porch. Looks like to me that matches the front porch we walked into earlier. So this is a bedroom. I'm imagining this is part of the exterior wall based off the original structure. And then of course this is the addition that I'm not really happy with. Unfortunately, we'd probably be taking a lot of this down. Expensive as material is right now, I'd probably be trying to sell some of that. That's the back bedroom. And then based off the addition, I'm really only seeing like it's a one bedroom based off the original layout, because everything you see over there and behind you, I'll probably take down because that's that addition. But again, guys, this is probably not great footage, so I'm sorry, but we don't have electricity or lighting or anything. But original bathroom, probably like an HVAC closet here. So what I'm seeing once we take down the addition, it's really only gonna be like a one bedroom. I'm probably gonna see like what the load bearing walls would be. And we probably open up this whole place based off the original structure and start with a brand new floor plan. If I were to guess, this is probably the load bearing wall going down the middle. So we'd put in some headers, keep that as an open support, and then just completely redo the footprint. So this was that front bedroom we were just in. That's where we walked in earlier, and you saw the front porch area. So I'm imagining all that would come down. But right now on the tax roll, with this being enclosed, I think they're counting it like as a 1,000 square foot. But if you're counting the addition, I think they've got it at 1,700 square foot. So just to get it back to the original structure, because to me it looks really, really sound from what I can tell. I'd probably take out this front porch, which they've enclosed, turn it back into original front porch. Based off walking it, I think I'm 30 foot this way. They've got the whole thing at 1,000 square foot, not count, I guess counting the enclosed front porch. And then we would tear down this section, because that was done like 12, 15 years ago, and they really didn't do a great job, so we'd probably just take it down and get it all fixed up. As I was explaining earlier, the original footprint is around that 1,000, well, under roof, I think it was around 1,000 square foot, and what they did is they enclosed that front porch, and so the living square footage was probably like 750. They had like a 250 front porch, and I'm just kind of ballparking. Because when I walk off the original center block structure, the original one, it's 30 foot this way, and then it's 24 across the front. And so it puts it around that 750-ish. And then the tax roll has like at 1,000 something. So I think that's when they enclosed the front porch. That's what made it 1,000-ish. And then when they added the addition, it's like they added 700. So right now it's on the tax roll for about 1,700. But what we're gonna do is take down that addition because it really wasn't done well and it wasn't completed. So there's a lot of damage that's been done to it based off it being, I guess, exposed to all the weather and all the last 12, 15 years of potential damage through rain and everything else. So it'll come down, and you can tell looking at the outside right here how tall it is based off the foundation to potentially where the ceiling was. That had that drop down ceiling. So when you walk in, it looked like it was about 8 foot tall. But with that drop down ceiling, it probably had closer to 10 foot ceilings, which is really cool. So I'm excited to expose that in the future. But yeah, the foundation in there, it seems like maybe it's had some moisture issues. These homes like this, they don't, with this brick on the inside and on the outside and the inside, it kind of creates a condensation when it gets cold and hot. And so I think there's probably some mold issues and probably some rotted wood. So we're gonna get in there. Honestly, I mean, I'm going into it under the impression that I'm just gonna rip everything out. I'm gonna take down the addition, tear out everything in the inside, get it down to the studs, probably take out that newer style plywood and just see what we're dealing with underneath, because there you could tell there's a lot of spots where it was uneven, maybe some soft spots. So this is all if we are able to acquire the property and close on it. But yeah, once we get it opened up, we'll go in and start fixing it up. It'll have all new plumbing, all new electric. We'll probably spray foam it. I mean, a lot of people don't like taking down a home like this. If it's 1,700, they would try to figure out how to fix the addition and get it all fixed up. But you guys know me, I like smaller square footages. I mean, everything's based off a price per foot when it comes to your subcontractors and material and all that. So, I mean, heck, y'all seen my 450 square foot homes. Just imagine what I can do with 750. I think I can turn that into a 2-bedroom, 1-bath pretty easily. And so I think that'll be the goal. This will be the first episode on this. I don't know when the second episode will be. We've got a long road ahead of us with the acquisition of this and everything that we need to do and make sure we can get a solid enough of a title that I'm confident to start spending money on it. But the first thing we'll do is, because this is close to one of my other properties, we'll start going in and getting the outside all cleaned up. And y'all saw the backyard earlier. I mean, it's just way overgrown. There's some trees that need to come out. We'll get it all cleaned up, pressure wash the outside, get all this peeling paint off, and make sure all the windows are good. Probably put new windows in it, get it nice and secure, and get a new roof on it and get it painted. And so then when people come by and drive by going to my other properties, but make sure that it's nice and secure, looks good. It's kind of high right now on the county's tax roll, so I don't know if they know the true condition of the inside, so we'll have to educate them on that by getting some pictures and kind of showing them what all's wrong with it. So hopefully we can get the property taxes dropped on that. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Hopefully we'll have more episodes of this once we close on it. You let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. If you got any ideas for it, let me know. The other cool thing is, I didn't talk about it earlier, I mean, it sits on almost 3 acres. It's more skinny than it is deep. I think it's probably 150 foot wide, and then I think it's close to 500 foot deep. So on the tax roll, it shows around 3 acres. So we'll get a survey done, of course, and get that more accurate. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think, and if you got any ideas, leave some comments down below. Hopefully we can get y'all some updates on the tiny home community for Friday's video. Yeah, let me know what you think. Peace.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Days been gone, a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.